Fang Changsheng crossed over and was trapped in a dark room by his father's system, signing in for 1,000,000 years. Ding, you have signed in for Hongmeng Zaohua Gong. Ding, you have signed in to the Mother Qi Cauldron of all things. Ding, you have signed in for 100 million spirit stones. Fang Changsheng is numb. When will this damn system release him? Finally, with the expiration of 1,000,000 years, Fang Changsheng's system space is filled with endless treasures that can make the heavens and all realms tremble. He became a useless young master in a small town. Still being divorced by the daughter of fate. Can Fang Changsheng tolerate it? Directly pull out the world's top immortal body, the Hongmeng immortal body, and rise strongly. Leading the small town family step by step towards the pinnacle of the heavens and worlds. Any enemy will be directly killed with spirit stones, immortal tools, and imperial weapons. Countless years later, the strongest of the heavens and the world became fearful. Oh my God, what kind of family is this? A dog unleashes immortal weapons. Dark forbidden area. With the Fang family still alive, let's just die in the forbidden area. Tiandao said, I made you the head of my family, but you actually gave me the yield of the heavenly emperor. Chapter 1. Sign in 1,000,000 years, my resources countless. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding, congratulations to the host. Sign in for 1,000,000 years and you can leave the customs. Accompanied by a crisp and pleasant sound, Fang Changsheng finally burst into tears of joy. 1,000,000 years, a whole 1,000,000 years, this broken system has locked him in a dark space for so long, and finally he can be released. He wanted to smile up in the sky, but no one knew what it felt like to be trapped for 1,000,000. Fortunately, in these 1,000,000 years, I have signed in and obtained countless treasures. Then, Fang Changsheng glanced at the system backpack, which was full of resources like mountains, with a smile on his lips. The system can check in every day, and the items checked in are all random. The resources he has obtained now are simply terrifying. Divine level skill. 999 Emperor level skill. 999 Jidao Emperor's soldiers. 1.977899 Immortal artifacts. 889,000 pieces. Immortal Classic. 19,469 copies. Immortal level pills. 39.2,977 pieces. Emperor level pill. 999 Holy level pill. 999 3,000 Dao body. 899600 7760 Origin. There are too many to count. Apart from cultivation, Fang Changsheng can use resources to crush everything. Who? Finally, Fang Changsheng took a light breath and crossed over. I am curious about what the new identity of time travel is. Look, young master is awake, said the beautiful maid in the antique room, pleasantly surprised. A beautiful-looking woman quickly placed the medicine on the table, hugged Fang Changsheng, and choked for a while. Good son, you finally woke up. My mother thought. Fang Changsheng was lost in thought, and upon crossing over, there was an additional beautiful mother. Then, a large memory struck, and Fang Changsheng was furious. The original identity is quite tragic. His Fang family is in Tian City, one of the 5 major families. He has a fiancée A.E., the 9th princess of the great Qian kingdom, Gu Linglong. The heavenly fairy, who claims to be the reincarnation of Emperor Wuzong. Along the way of cultivation, one can refine one's body, spiritual see, form elixirs, soar into the sky, become the king of martial arts, the emperor of martial arts, and so on. Wu Zongma said that in the great Qian kingdom, even the more vast Xianzhou was a tumultuous existence. As for Tian City, the strongest family leaders are just the spirit sea realm. 10 years ago, there was an old grandfather from his Fang family who traveled abroad and saved the life of a senior in the great Qian kingdom, which led to this engagement. Now that the two elderly people have passed away, Gu Linglong has awakened the memories of Wuzong and her identity has become even more noble. Finally, when Fang Changsheng withdrew from his marriage, he was dissatisfied and said, 30 years in the east and 30 years in the west, don't deceive young people into poverty. Gu Linglong slapped him and lay in bed for half a year before waking up. If it weren't for Fang Changsheng crossing over, the banquet would have already begun. Fang Changsheng's head was covered in black lines. The original owner was just a useless person who dared to say this to Princess Daqian and promised to personally go to the royal family and defeat Gu Linglong in 3 years. Fang Changsheng felt embarrassed, it was too much of a second grade. Compared to the great Qian kingdom, the Fang family is like ants, they can be wiped out by raising their hands. He doesn't want to be crushed to death by that powerful little princess in the future. I have a huge amount of resources, what are I afraid of? A little princess is nothing. Thinking of the resources in the system space, Fang Changsheng breathed a sigh of relief. He traveled this time to suppress an era and dominate destiny. The princess is just a bug on his growth path. Changsheng, are you okay? Lu Ro said nervously as she saw Fang Changsheng remain silent, thinking that there was something wrong with her mind. Mother, I'm fine, the child is awake. Fang Changsheng touched his mother's hand and smiled. Perhaps the original body has no distance from Lu Ro at all. That's good, you're good at cultivation. Mom, go out first and I'll make medicine for you, Lu Ro smiled. The entire Fang family is supported by her as a woman. If her son has any problems, she really doesn't know how to face them. After Lu Ro and some servants left, Fang Changsheng touched his chin. Mother is very good to herself. There were also vague memories in her original dizziness. My mother has been treating her for the past 6 months, spending all the savings of the Fang family, and even mortgaging the entire house to the Li family. It seems that I need to rise up quickly in order to protect my mother and family. Waste wood. A declining family. Is it a problem for the other person's longevity? Signing in for millions of years, Fang Changsheng's resources can take off even a pig. System, extract the origin of Hongmeng immortal body. Immediately, Fang Changsheng spoke up. The items he signed in can only be used if they pass through successfully. Ding, the extraction of Hongmeng immortal body has been successful. In the next moment, Fang Changsheng's body emitted a brilliant purple aura, with the 5 organs and 6 viscera intertwined with divine light. Every bone turns into a Hongmeng immortal bone. This is countless times more powerful than some legendary supreme bones. A piece of broken residue can crush the opponent, 360 bones, all turned into Hongmeng immortal bones, how powerful it is, unimaginable. At the same time, Fang Changsheng's realm began to crazily increase. Quenched body weight. Quenched double. Quenched body triple. Quenched body quadruple. In an instant, Fang Changsheng reached the perfect state of quenching, only 1 step away from the Linghai realm. Tian city, the chieftains of the 5 major families, is just a spiritual sea realm. With the addition of 360 pieces of Hongmeng immortal bones, Fang Changsheng has the power to protect himself. I can almost sweep Tian city now, Fang Changsheng smiled lightly. There is an extremely powerful energy in the body, so there is no need to fear anything anymore. In the lobby. The people of the Li family have already come to their door, exuding a fierce aura. Li Jingxiong, the head of the Li family, took out a contract with both hands on his back and said, Lu Ro, time has come. According to the agreement, your ancestral home of the Fang family should be handed over to us. Hurry up and get out of here. The Fang family was the family that came to Tian city later and stole a lot of resources from their Li family. Now they have finally eliminated this thorn in their side. Li family, don't think we don't know. You are too despicable. Taking advantage of the serious injury of our young master in the Fang family, you deliberately inflated the price of medicine, making us buy it at 100 times higher than the market price. Some members of the Fang family angrily said. Those kinds of medicinal herbs are not that expensive at all. Everything is a trap of the Li family. This is intentional, deceiving the Fang family. If we have to blame you, we can only blame you. It's foolish to save that useless young master, Li Jingxiong sneered. Fang Changsheng is a famous waste of wood, despite being heavily tempered. It's beyond our measure to have a conflict with the little princess of the great Qian kingdom. In the past 6 months, they have joined forces with Lu, and Feng to raise drug prices. It did indeed bring down the Fang family. And the Fang family still owes them a high-interest loan. He also wants the people of the Fang family to mine for them and work hard for their entire lives. Li Jingxiong, don't go too far. The people of the Fang family looked angry. The other party not only brought down the Fang family, but also made all their members work as laborers, which is too dark. It's not a big deal, our Fang family will fight against you. Some clan elders were very aggressive. Let them become mining slaves, no matter what, they will not agree. Previously, they were controlled by others and had to swallow their pride, but now they can just settle accounts with each other. Huh, did you fight? Do you Fang family have this capital? Li Jingxiong laughed heartily. The powerful aura spreads and reaches the 7 heavenly strength of the spirit sea realm. The people of the Fang family have all changed their colors. Previously, Li Jingxiong was only the 5 heavens of the Linghai realm. With the help of deceiving the Fang family's money, he reached the 7 heavens of the Linghai realm. They are no longer opponents. The strongest member of the Fang family, Lu Rou, is just the 4 heavens of the spirit sea realm. How can you spare my people? At this moment, Lu Rou took a deep breath. They have also helped the Li family. When faced with difficulties, the Li family was the first to step forward and make their Fang family irreparable. What a white-eyed wolf. He. Li Jingxiong scanned Lu Rou's graceful and delicate body and smiled. If you accompany me for a month, the high-interest loans owed by your Fang family can be written off in one stroke. The people of the Fang family were all furious, but Li Jingxiong was so brute. You. Lu Rou's eyes also turned cold, and Li Jingxiong was truly shameless. As long as you agree, I can let the Fang family continue to live in their ancestral home for a while, struggling to survive. How about that? Otherwise, don't blame me for being impolite, Li Jingxiong said with a long smile. Liu Rou's charm still lingers. The first time I saw him, he was deeply fascinated. Now that my wish is finally coming true, my heart is filled with passion. Chapter 2. Family lack of resources. Find me. You are listening at novel.Full.audio. I see you're looking for death. At this moment, a young boy's voice spread. Fang Changsheng walked over. Changsheng, what are you doing here? Hurry back to the backyard, Lu Rou's face changed. Awakening from a serious illness and feeling weak, there may be danger here. Mom, I'll help you deal with these bad guys, Fang Changsheng smiled. He was deeply moved by this cheap old lady. Li Jingxiong looked contemptuous. Fang Changsheng is a famous waste wood in Tian city, who has been practicing for more than 10 years, but only needs to harden his body. No one takes him seriously at all. It seems that I was knocked unconscious by the princess's slap for half a year, and now I feel a bit confused. Young master, you go back, we old men are here to bear the burden. Several clan elders also advised. Even if they spare their lives, they won't let the head of the family have any trouble. Fang Changsheng shook his head slightly. The survival of the family, how can it be without him, otherwise the family could really be destroyed because of him. At present, he looked straight at Li Jingxiong and said, Masterly, your strength is so strong that you can't even take a finger from me. Everyone was taken aback. Li Jingxiong seemed to hear the funniest joke in the world. I see you're dreaming. At the moment, he slapped Fang Changsheng's face with a palm, intending to turn over the troublemaker. Bang! However, Fang Changsheng pointed out a finger. Half of the Hongmeng immortal bone's power erupts. Click. Li Jingxiong immediately flew backwards like a dead dog, his arm broken. Everyone shocked the whole audience. Lu Rou also hesitated slightly. Is this really her son? How could it be? Li Jingxiong was also shocked. He is not a match for a young man. Pop. Fang Changsheng slapped him, causing him to spit out blood. Then he stepped on his chest and said from a high position, "You really don't know how to provoke our Fang family. Let's wipe your bright eyes in the next life." Then, he stomped on Li Jingxiong's head with one foot. Countless members of the Li family were shocked. Their head was actually killed by a young man. Then they shouted, threw away their weapons, and hurriedly fled. Fang Changsheng's strength is so terrifying, it's like seeing a ghost. Is such a person a waste? What kind of waste, so fierce? The members of the Fang family were also stunned. Even they dared to believe that the young master's strength is so strong after being unconscious for 6 months. Like a peerless beast reviving, making one's soul tremble. Are you really my eternal being? Lu Rou's fingers trembled. Of course, mother, in my dreams, there seems to be an old grandfather who taught me how to practice martial arts in the past 6 months, so my strength has become much stronger, said Lu Changsheng. Okay, my son has a future. Lu Rou wept with joy and hugged Lu Changsheng. It seems that this is a chance for longevity. Some elderly people also smiled, with so few masters, their Fang family has hope now. You said Li Jingxiong died and was killed by Fang Changsheng. In the room of the Lu family, Lu Yen stood up with a surprised expression on his face. Fang Changsheng was too eerie. With just a gentle finger, he caused the head of the family to suffer a disastrous defeat and stomped him to death, a middle-aged man exclaimed in fear. Looking back on the useless young master of the Fang family, his imposing demeanor made him feel uneasy. Lu Yen took a gentle breath and defeated Li Jingxiong with just one finger. He must at least reach the 9 heavens of the Linghai realm. He is only the 8 heavens of the Spirit Sea realm now. So, I'm not a match for that useless Fang family member either. I don't understand why Fang Changsheng is so abnormal. Notify the Feng and Lu family leaders. Lu Yen said in a deep voice. They joined forces with the Li family to bring down the Fang family. Now that Fang Changsheng is rising, they will not let go of the 3 families. We must discuss countermeasures. At this moment, the head of the Lu family and the head of the He Feng family also received this news and felt a chill in their hearts. It's okay, the resources of the Fang family have been depleted, and our 3 families' strength has improved significantly. Even if Fang Changsheng's little monster becomes stronger, it won't change anything. Lu Yuan, the head of the Lu family, sneered coldly. He and the head of the Feng family, Feng Nan, both belong to the 9 heavens of the Linghai realm, and with the 8 heavens of Lu Yen, even if Fang Changsheng rises, they cannot be their joint opponents. As for the people of the Fang family, they lack resources and are not a concern. Practice well, Lu, and Feng. There may be any movements at any time, so we need to work hard. At the Fang family practice ground, the elder looked at hundreds of clan members practicing with a majestic expression. The death of Li Jingxiong may indeed cause a chain reaction among the 3 families. Their Fang family is still difficult to resist. Bang! But practicing is too hard. Many ethnic people, unable to hold on, vomited blood and fell to the ground. Without resource support, the intensity of such training is too high, and further training may lead to accidents, said the second elder with concern. The Fang family's Linghai realm is only composed of them and their head Lu Rou, and it is only in the early stages of the Linghai realm. Joining hands with 3 companies, the gap is too big. On the side, Lu Rou's eyes also darkened. Is it destined that the Fang family cannot escape this calamity? Just some cultivation resources, I'll give them to you, said Fang Changsheng with a smile as he walked over. The eldest and second elders were stunned, and the young master was talking in his sleep. The money spent on cultivating hundreds of family members is extremely powerful. Even when the Fang family is in its prime, it still hurts. Changsheng, stop joking, Lu Ro smiled bitterly and shook her head. It is rare for Changsheng to help the family resolve a crisis once. It is undoubtedly impossible to say that taking out money to enhance the strength of our clan members. What I said is true. Fang Changsheng shrugged, and to him, the spirit stone was just a number. Wow! At present, with a wave of his palm, Fang Changsheng took out about 1,000,000 inferior spirit stones and piled them up on the practice field, like a small mountain, with spiritual energy permeating. Then, Fang Changsheng took out another jade bottle, which was a top-notch, body-quenching pill, that could be used in the body-quenching realm, with millions of pieces. The rich spiritual energy and the fragrance of Dan permeate the entire training ground, making it colorful and colorful. The eldest and second elders were suddenly stunned and shocked in the same place. Many members of the Fang family were also stunned, as if in a dream. Lu Ro was all shocked. In small places like Qian city, gold and silver currency are still in circulation. Lingshire is simply a legendary thing. Many families sell all their assets and find it difficult to exchange for one or two inferior lingshire. Longevity seems like garbage, throwing out millions of inferior spiritual stones. The top-notch pill. The eldest and second elders continued to take a deep breath. The general quality of pills can be divided into lower grade, middle grade, upper grade, top quality, and top quality. Quenching body pill is also extremely precious in Qian city, and it is sold at exorbitant prices at every auction. Sometimes bloody incidents may occur. Quality is just the lowest level product. What the young master brought out was a top-notch body-quenching pill, which may be difficult to see even in Tianfeng County. This stroke is like the god of wealth descending to the mortal world. Changsheng, where did you get these resources from? Lu Ro couldn't help but ask. It's all from the master in my dream, Fang Changsheng smiled. Huh, the blessings of our Fang family. The two elders laughed heartily. The young master is simply their treasure. Lu Ro also smiled, maybe the Fang family can return to their peak. In fact, the family above has a great background. It is one of the 4 major royal families of the Great Qian Kingdom, but gradually weakened due to an incident that occurred that year. Over the years, I have been wanting to revitalize myself, but I have become increasingly powerless. Chapter 3. Million-Year Formation Cultivation, Extract. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. City Lord's Mansion. City Lord Tian is reading a book on the copy. A guard came to report to the lord of the city. The 3 families of Lu, and Feng have decided to besiege the Fang family in 5 days. The 5 major families are finally about to completely change people. Tian rubbed his beard and smiled faintly. The Lord's Mansion is the ruler of Qian city. The trained soldiers and horses are all the masters of tigers and wolves in the later stage of the quenching state, and often undergo training in the Tianxian mountains. Once deployed, sweep across the 5 major families without any problem. How is the situation with the Fang family now? Tian asked. Fang Changsheng killed Li Jingxiong, and he also heard of it. Even he was surprised that a recognized useless person could easily defeat a family leader, which is unimaginable. Even in Qian city, some geniuses are far from achieving this step. This young master of the Fang family, who was severely injured and unconscious by Gu Linglong, has become somewhat abnormal. The Fang family is currently practicing, but resources are scarce and their members' strength is severely lagging behind, unable to resist the 3 major families. The guard reported, and this afternoon, something strange happened to the Fang family. What strange thing? Yi Qingtian's eyes narrowed. Someone saw that there were spiritual energy fluctuations spreading in the direction of the Fang family's practice field, but it quickly disappeared. Yi Qingtian trembled. If it is true, it is very likely that the Fang family has discovered the Lingxi mineral vein. These resources are scarce in Tianfeng County and are controlled by those wealthy families who have been dominant for over a century. The value is unimaginable. His heart suddenly became hot, and if he got it, why would the Lord's mansion shrink in the small Qian city? Check it out for me, you must know the reason behind this. Yi Qingtian's eyes were cold and stern. Yes. Alas, although the reaction was quick today, the light that appeared with millions of spirit stones may still have been seen by some people in the city. We still need to improve our strength, otherwise, if the tiger in the Lord's mansion discovers it, the Fang family may sigh lightly. Fang Changsheng sighed lightly. Time was rushed, and even if the family had many resources, the members of the family had to slowly digest them. The alliance of the three major families still hangs in the sword of his Fang family. System, extract the Spirit Sea pill, said Changsheng below. To break through the realm of the Spirit Sea pill is the most useful. This type of pill is more expensive and can greatly enhance the strength of people in the Linghai realm. Ding, extraction successful, 1 million pieces, the system said. At the next moment, many pills were placed in front of Fang Changsheng. Each one is top-notch. This kind of pill, even if it is a pill king, may not be able to be refined. Each one has extremely strong energy and requires people in the Spirit Sea realm to refine it for several months. However, Lu Changsheng was like eating beans, grabbing millions of them and constantly stuffing them into his stomach. He has a Hongmeng immortal body, with an energy gap of 360 Hongmeng immortal bones, which is very majestic. For every level of advancement, the energy required is tens or even millions of times higher than that of ordinary people. This is a vast foundation of martial arts that others cannot imagine. Rumble. One night later, Fang Changsheng swallowed millions of Linghai pills. The strength has reached the level of the four heavens in the Spirit Sea realm. The increase in realm is not too abnormal, and the increase in combat power is too frightening. Every move and gesture is a powerful force, and it is not a problem for one person to single out countless people. Extracting formation skills, Fang Changsheng said again. To strengthen the family's defense, it is most appropriate to arrange a spiritual formation for the family. The formation cultivation he extracted in the system also reached millions of years. Ding, the host extracts millions of years of formation cultivation. Fang Changsheng felt that there were many spiritual lights gathering in his eyes. I have an extremely amazing understanding of formations. Then, he took out some formation materials and arranged a large formation in the family called the Spirit Light Formation. It's not particularly advanced, but it shouldn't be a problem to resist the strong forces of Qian City. In Qian City, there is actually a gathering of spiritual light. Outside Qian City, in a vast mountain range, an old man sat cross-legged and suddenly opened his cloudy eyes, somewhat surprised. Zhan Lao, what's wrong? Beside him was a young girl wearing a yellow dress, with snow-white skin, delicate appearance, and a sense of luxury. Strange, there is a disorder of spiritual energy in this city, as if someone has set up a formation. The old man looked at the Qian City in the darkness and said in confusion. Qian City is just the lowest level city in Tianfeng County. How could someone have arranged such a level of formation? The delicate young master sneered. They are from Tianfeng County in Qian Formation sect, overlooking many cities. Even within the Qian Formation sect, there are only a few disciples who can arrange formations. Most of them are learning the basic knowledge of formations. There may not be some strange people in Tianfeng County, let's go take a look. Zhan Lao smiled lightly. The girl nodded. Not long after, the two of them flew into the air and arrived near the Fang family. Mr. Zhang frowned and said, "Strangely, the fluctuations are hidden here, and I can't even notice them." He was somewhat shocked. He was a 4th level array mage, and there were few people in Tianfeng County who could defeat him in the same formation. Let him not see any traces of the formation, except for some old guys from major aristocratic families or sects, almost no one can do it, right? Master Zhen, these strange people are even more elusive. I must have misread them, said the young girl Hongmeng with a smile. She is the legitimate lineage of one of the 4 major aristocratic families in Tianfeng County, and also the true disciple of Qian formation sect. She doesn't think there are such people in this place at all. The old man remained silent, feeling that there were extremely strong spiritual fluctuations and elixirs in this family, like hiding many spiritual stones and elixirs. It made him feel a bit strange. Are you looking for this seat? Just then, a hidden formation appeared and a faint voice came out. A glowing figure sat cross-legged on the formation, watching them indifferently. The Spirit Light Formation. Is this the Spirit Light Formation? Hongmeng was suddenly surprised. This kind of large formation, in the 4th order large formation, belongs to an extremely mysterious type. Not only can it gather the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, but it also comes with hidden kinetic energy, and can also use spiritual energy to form killing light and kill enemies. Even if the formation is old, it is difficult to arrange it, and the water quality of this formation has reached a perfect level. The quality of the formation is also divided into levels, generally small, medium, and large, perfect. At most, the old formation can only assign small achievements. Some formation masters from Jintian Fengjun also find it difficult to arrange the Spirit Light Formation to a perfect level. This mysterious person is probably the array master. She was gasping for breath. These people are too noble. Junior Zhao Yuan, see Senior. I don't know if Senior is setting up the formation, please forgive me. The formation elder also trembled and saluted. These characters are too distant to be compared to just an elder of the Qian formation sect. He also had a vague intuition that with the quality of the spiritual light array, it seemed that there was more than just perfection, above perfection. He is even more surging with towering waves. What a presence this is, it's simply dizzying. Encountering such a person in a small city feels like a dream. Don't approach this place casually, otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. The figure snorted coldly. Yes, yes. Zhao Yuanru was granted amnesty, afraid of provoking the other party, and was arbitrarily pinched to death. At present, pulling Hongmeng, whose face turned pale with fear, he left this place. Flying out of the Shentian city, Hongmeng was stunned and said, "Master of the formation, is this person above the level of a formation master?" It's highly possible, perhaps it's a powerful formation that can play in the world. Zhao Yuan sighed lightly, as this news could cause a huge sensation in Tianfeng County. Today's experience is really absurd. The Fang family is nearby. Hongmeng was puzzled. This name seems to have been heard of by some junior brother, but I can't remember it anymore. Chapter 4. The Immortal Sword Formation, with an increase in terror, numbs everyone. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. In the room, Fang Changsheng withdrew the formation. Just now he activated the formation in the night sky, but the members of the family did not pay attention. A formation is divided into 1 to 9 levels, and above the 9 levels, there is the emperor of the formation. This realm is very distant in the great Qian kingdom. Fang Changsheng has millions of years of expertise in formation, and he cannot estimate how strong he is. It's normal for an old man named Zhao Yuan to be so shocked. A 4th order array mage, in his eyes, is no different from an ant. Zhu Xian sword technique. Then, Fang Changsheng extracted 4 ancient swords from the system space. Each item is chilly and exudes an astonishing killing aura. This is one of the many immortal weapons he signed in with, namely the slaying immortal sword, Zhu immortal sword, Ju Immortal Sword, and trapping Immortal Sword, combined with the Immortal Dao technique Ju Immortal Sword technique. Might and power are unparalleled. 5 days later, the elite members of the Lu, Feng, and Lu families gathered and stood on the street. Everyone has a strong breath, like a javelin, holding a sword. Do you have confidence in slaughtering the Fang family today? Lu Yuan, the head of the Lu family, sneered with a sinister and eagle-like gaze. Of course not a problem, Lu Yen and Feng Nan sneered, using the elite of their 3 families to deal with some of the weaker soldiers and generals of the Fang family. They were not easily captured. Not only that, I also invited the nephew of Qian formation sect, Feng Xian, to come and raid the formation, which can be said to be foolproof. Feng Nan smiled. In the crowd, there is a man in blue, holding a folding fan, with light clouds and gentle breeze. Everyone's heart was shaken. Qian formation sect is a major sect in Tianfeng County with strong energy. Entering it, one's status is very prestigious. Feng Xian is young and has a great understanding of formations. Received by the Qian formation sect, now a 3rd-level formation mage with the ability to form a pill realm. In Xiantian City, one can indeed stand proudly in all directions. Among the 5 major families, the Feng family has always been revered for this reason. He, I'm just going to see the excitement. Such a small scene doesn't require my young master's intervention, Feng Xian smiled lightly. The Jidan realm is far from comparable to the Linghai realm, and with the addition of a 3rd-order array mage, he is very indifferent to everything. A few days ago, the Fang family suddenly appeared with a fleeting spiritual light. He is somewhat interested. If he really hides a spiritual stone vein, it will make him extremely tempted. Even if we dig the Fang family 3 feet deep today, we still need to identify the source of the problem. At the same time, people from the Lord's mansion also mobilized. At this moment, the people of the Fang family looked nervous and had received news that the 3 major families were about to attack the Fang family. Fang family, you have killed the head of the Li family. Today we are here to collect your ancestral home. Soon, Lu Yen, Lu Yuan, and Nan Feng walked with great force. The street was enveloped in a strong sense of solemnity. The 4 major families have united, and killing Li Jingxiong by the Fang family is equivalent to opposing them. In the city, on a towering building, there is a man wearing a brocade robe drinking tea. There are some guards around, each with a strong and heavy aura like a mountain. The man's face was majestic, with a hint of overlooking the mountains and rivers. Prince, we have arranged manpower to join the 3 major family camps. Beside him, an old slave bowed and said. The old slave's face was full of wrinkles, and the aura emanating from his body reached the level of King Wu. King Wu. In the southern part of the Qian country, there isn't much either. These figures all respect this middle-aged man, indicating his high status. He is the king of Zhengnan, a royal relative with immense power. Well, this young master of the Fang family, offending the princess, there is no need to exist in the world anymore, said the king of Zhengnan with a faint smile. The Fang family did indeed have some glory, which caused dissatisfaction among the royal family. Now that Fang Changsheng still dares to confront the princess, the royal family intends to cause the downfall of the Fang family. Lu family, Feng family, are you really going to commit extinction? Lu Rou led the group of elders and said coldly. With the accumulation of resources from Fang Changsheng, her strength has greatly improved. We have reached the 9 heavens of the Linghai realm, and are only 1 step away from breaking into the Jidan realm. Changsheng was also taught a strange skill by her, which had no grade level. After practicing, her combat power greatly increased. Fang Changsheng sat in the back seat, ate a grape, as if watching a big show, with a relaxed expression. The martial arts book she gave her mother was called Xiantian Divine Arts, which is a true immortal level martial arts book. The Grand Elder, Second Elder, and some family deacons have also been granted some imperial and holy level martial arts. In addition to millions of inferior spirit stones, top-notch elixirs, and weapons, the Fang family has undergone earth-shattering changes now. Solving this matter is just a small matter. The 5 major families of Qian city have been standing together for too long, and it's time to change the pattern. Lu Yen sneered. Looking at the people of the Fang family, my heart trembled, as if the entire Fang family was like a group of real tigers and wolves. Immediately, he shook his head and smiled, suppressing this feeling for only a few days. How could the Fang family have such a change? Feng Xian looked around with some confusion, feeling that the Fang family was awe-inspiring. Like a huge creature in the dark. This family is indeed a bit strange, maybe there is a spiritual stone mine. Let's do it. Lu Rou's face was cold. All the members of the Fang family drew their swords, which were bestowed upon them by Fang Changsheng. At the lowest, they are all weapons of King Wu, but their spiritual energy is introverted and cannot be seen. The long sword in Lu Rou's hand is also an immortal weapon, called the Changsheng sword. In ancient times, the sword of an immortal swordsman. In the great Qian kingdom, it is impossible for anyone to know such a small place. Poo-poo, the battle began, and the elite of the 3 major families were no match at all. Like chopping melons and vegetables, slaughtered by the Fang family. After a while, Lu Yen, Nan Feng, and Lu Yuan were also seriously injured and were chopped several times. How could this be possible? This is the Fang family. Why is the Fang family so strong? The 3 of them were all shocked, as almost every member of the Fang family had the strength to take on more advanced challenges. Like a living ghost, the Fangjia tribe has less than 100 people, and even a large army of 10,000 people is completely invincible. The heritage of our family is beyond your imagination, said Lu Rou with a cold smile and a slash of her Changsheng sword. Puff! A terrifying sword aura filled the air, and the heads of Lu Yuan, Feng Nan, and Lu Yen flew out diagonally like watermelons. Almost half of the elite members of the 3 families were killed. Feng Xian was completely shocked. He thought he was just coming to watch the play, but who could have imagined such an absurd scene? Dare to kill my people, you want to die. Then, his face turned grim. Almost all the members of the Feng family have died. At present, his power in the alchemy realm has exploded, and he has built a spiritual formation to surround and kill all the members of the Fang family. This kind of spiritual formation is so easy to show off, Lu Rou sneered. With a wave of her Changsheng sword and a loud roar, the sword light seemed to be able to cut open space. Puff! Feng Xian was immediately struck and split in half from the middle, with blood flowing. Immortal weapons are too powerful, even a drop in the ocean unleashed by Lu Rou is invincible. Outside, all the people of Qian city were in an uproar. Who could have imagined that the 3 major families, working together, would be so easily killed? On the pavilion, the Prince of Jingnan was also shocked, and the old man's body was also trembling. A child from the Fang family brought out weapons that looked somewhat like King Wu's soldiers. Hush! They were stirred up by towering waves in their hearts. How many weapons can the Qian country have? The aura of other weapons is even more unfathomable, and they cannot figure it out. Is this a weak family in a small town? The big family of Xiongshi is definitely not so luxurious. Chapter 5. This is called Little Family Sword Slaying King Wu. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Bastard, who killed my disciple? At this moment, a shout spread and an old man in grey clothes flew over from the horizon. He is an elder of the Qian formation sect, with perfect strength in the sky realm, only 1 step away from entering the martial king realm. In Tianfeng County, they are considered top players. I killed it, how are you doing? Lu Rou said calmly. I will trample all your ant-like families to death. The grey-clothed old man grinned, his disciple being countless times more noble than this lowly little family. Do you have this ability? Fang Changsheng stood up casually. The spiritual light array erupted, forming a huge light shield that covered the gray-clothed old man, and there were layers of killing light hanging from it, exuding a murderous aura. Lingguang Formation. Perfect level or above. The old man in gray gasped for breath. This kind of formation skill, at least reaching level 6 or above, who can arrange it? Is this small family hiding a senior in the formation? The old man in gray was shocked. For the first time, I feel that this small town family seems a bit complicated. Get out, otherwise, die. Fang Changsheng's tone was plain. The gray-clothed old man's face alternated between green and white, and in front of everyone's eyes, how could he be intimidated by a young man? I don't believe you are a small family. If you can break through the waves and form a 4th-level spiritual light array, you may not be able to block me. The old man in gray clothes shouted angrily, and a talisman appeared in his hand, emitting spiritual energy fluctuations. This is exactly the breaking symbol, reaching the level of 4th order. Stubborn. Fang Changsheng sneered, wondering how easy it was to break through the formation he had set up. Puff. The next wave of killing lights fell, and the old man in gray was shocked to find that his breaking talisman had no effect. Finally, the old man in gray clothes was killed directly by the hole and died a tragic death in blood mud. These so-called 3 major families, combined with the elders of the Qian formation sect, are simply unbeatable. Fang Changsheng shook his head. What a boring person. I don't know if I can make you interested. At this moment, King Zhengnan flew over with a cold expression on his face. The royal family asked him to destroy the Fang family, but such a thing happened and he was unable to fulfill his duties. The Fang family must have had a great opportunity. He needs to investigate thoroughly. Not bad, I'm the leader of the Qian formation sect. I wonder if I can pique your interest. A middle-aged man in green also flew over. Carrying both hands on the back, there are ripples spreading all over the body. Huh, it's lively, I'll join in too. A burly man flew over. He is the head of the Huang family, the first aristocratic family in Tianfeng County, with the same level of strength as the Wu Wang realm. Countless people were shocked. It's so dreamy for such a person to gather the Fang family together. Fang Changsheng also narrowed his eyes. It seemed that he had previously taken out millions of inferior spiritual stones, and the spiritual light had caused quite a stir in some major forces. But he naturally doesn't care. On a pavilion, Tian wiped the cold sweat off his forehead and burst into a bitter smile. I was originally thinking of taking control of the overall situation. But in front of the 3 great martial kings, he is just an ant. The sensation caused by this was much greater than he had imagined. Dad, this Fang family can't be provoked. At this moment, Huang Lingling flew over and told him about what he had seen with Master Zhen that night. What, the Fang family has a hidden formation power. Huang Xiong was immediately shocked. The formation mage is very noble, and with a casual wave of his hand, he can summon countless strong friends. The summoning power of a powerful formation is even more terrifying. Even if he is from the Huang family, he may not be able to parry. Hold on, don't take action for now. Huang Xiong took a few steps back. On the other hand, Zhao Yuan also told the leader of the Qian formation sect about the incident that night, and the leader of the Qian formation sect also felt embarrassed. I'm just curious to come over and take a look. Don't misunderstand. Everyone stood still, wondering what secret the Fang family had that made the Tang dynasty martial king and the leader of the Qian formation, the 5th-level formation master, so taboo. The king of Zhengnan snorted coldly, showing no fear with his authority. At present, he looked at the old man and said, "Destroy the people of the Fang family for me." Yes. The old man nodded respectfully and walked towards the Fang family. The powerful aura of King Wu swept down, causing the buildings of the Fang family to vibrate wildly. The powerful king of Wu, with his fluctuating aura, is enough to make people despair. I'm not afraid of death again, Fang Chang said coldly. The Prince of Jingnan was probably a lackey of the royal family. Because of Gu Linglong, he was extremely unhappy with the entire imperial family of the great Qian kingdom. If you want to blame me, I'll just blame you for offending the princess. Stay calm in your next life, said the old man with a cold expression. A big hand forms a martial arts palm seal and kills Fang Changsheng. However, Fang Changsheng punched and with a loud bang, shattered the old man's big handprint. This time, the power of 100 Hongmeng immortal bones erupted from within the body. Fist power can shake the heavens and earth. The old man was directly punched and killed, becoming fragments. Countless people were shocked to the extreme, and the pot exploded. This is a martial king, who was actually killed by Fang Changsheng's punch. This is too shocking, like dreaming. Jingnan Wang's pupils also contracted sharply. How could Fang Changsheng be so abnormal? Although he is stronger than the old man in gray, he cannot achieve this step. This kid is too weird. At that moment, as soon as he turned around, he was about to leave. But Fang Changsheng was not prepared to let him go. With a hint, a sword light shot through the air. It is the sinking immortal sword among the 4 swords of Zhu Xian. Puff. The king of Jingnan was beheaded and died tragically. The head of the Huang family and the head of the Qian Formation sect were extremely frightened. So, the Fang family, is this teenager the most abnormal? Starting from today, I announce that the Fang family is the first family in Tianfeng County, said Fang Changsheng calmly. In the future, my Huang family will follow the lead of the Fang family. The head of the Huang family apologized. Killing King Wu is like chopping a chicken. I heard people call him useless firewood. Damn it, go ahead with the trash. I, the Qian Formation sect, am also willing to submit. The leader of the Qian Formation sect also bent down. Fortunately, Zhao Yuan reminded me in time, otherwise the Qian Formation sect would also be in danger of extinction. This young man is too scary. If they don't submit, perhaps they will also face great danger. Tianfeng County has caused a huge uproar. The Fang family is a recognized waste firewood, showcasing his divine power and slaying King Wu. The Fang family's leap to become the strongest family in Tianfeng County has surprised countless people. Afterwards, Fang Changsheng spent 500,000 lower-grade spirit stones to purchase a huge mansion in the first city of Tianfeng County, Tianfeng City. Tianfeng City is a city with a population of over 1 million, which is much broader than Xiantian City. As a first-generation family, it is natural to have a certain style. The spiritual stones in the space of Fang Changsheng's system are all measured in megabytes. It's almost endless to squander. Will we live here in the future? This environment is also too good. Many members of the Fang family are delighted. Compared to Tianfeng City, Xiantian City is just a remote and impoverished area. Being able to live in such a large mansion here is like dreaming. I will give the tribe another building for trial, Fang Changsheng smiled. In his system space, he assigned in millions of seats, and is an imperial-level trial tower. There are countless spaces inside, from quenching the body, to Linghai, Jidun, Tinkong, Wu Wang, Wuzong, Wuzuan. All the way to Emperor Wu, there is refinement. Such ethnic talents have better cultivation. Afterwards, Fang Changsheng finally took out a pill pavilion, with a dazzling array of various elixirs available. Take out another Sutra pavilion, which houses various divine arts and treasures. It can be said that the foundation of the Fang family instantly became stronger. What are you saying? The king of Jingnan is dead. Gu Linglong stood up in the palace and exclaimed in surprise. Her current strength is only worthy of reaching the realm of King Wu. And King Wu is divided into 5 realms. Human King, Earth King, Heavenly King, Qian King, and Holy King. It is hard to believe that as the peak of the human king, the king of Jingnan died in the hands of Fang Changsheng. Chapter 6. Entrances, the son of Qi Luck comes to the door. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Yes, both the king of Zhengnan and the people around him, Wang Laonu, were killed by Fang Changsheng. Now that Fang Changsheng is still independent, the Fang family is the first aristocratic family in Tianfeng County. The guard beside him said respectfully. Gu Linglong's silver teeth were secretly biting. Who could have imagined such a big change in this useless piece of wood? I used to say that I defeated myself within 3 years, but it only took a few days. Even if her master is a powerful figure in Xianzhou, it feels unbelievable. Linglong, don't pay attention to him. Near Tianfeng County, there is a great tomb of the Holy King that is about to open. You can go and compete for opportunities, said a middle-aged beauty in white in the room. Yes, master. Gu Linglong nodded. Master is a powerful figure at the level of Xian Wang, who can almost push everything horizontally in the great Qian kingdom. After all, every gap in the 5 realms of King Wu is enormous. I should be able to strike the Earth King and even the Heavenly King powerhouses with my current strength. In the practice room, Lu Changsheng once again swallowed millions of spiritual sea realms and achieved a complete breakthrough in cultivation, smiling faintly. He can kill King Wu like ants in the 4 heavens of the Linghai realm. If he bursts out 360 pieces of Hongmeng immortal bone, the Earth King and the Heavenly King may not be his opponents either. Exhibiting the 4 swords of Zhu Xian again will definitely make you stronger. Fang Changsheng took a light breath and looked at the millions of immortal-level techniques in the system space. I want to choose a cultivation. Ding, the system recommends the 8 or 9 mysterious skills to the host based on the host's Hongmeng immortal body. At this moment, the system's voice rang out. 8-9 mysterious skills. Fang Changsheng was taken aback, his ultimate strength could transform gods and demons. Although it is only a short 8 words, it is powerful and boundless. Having the Hongmeng immortal bone, combined with these 8 or 9 Xian Gong, would definitely be extremely terrifying. Ding, the host cultivates a cultivation technique with the talent of understanding against heaven, which is automatically extracted. Fang Changsheng nodded silently. In the millions of years of attendance, he not only gained many skills, pills, and so on, but also had talent. One of them is the reversal of one's understanding. In the next moment, Fang Changsheng had an amazing understanding of the 8-9 Xian Gong. Bones and muscles are stronger, like steel. Every cell, like a deity, becomes even more terrifying. Fang Changsheng's strength has seen tremendous growth again. Half a month later, Fang Changsheng issued important regulations welcoming young talents from all directions to join the Fang family. After all, the number of people in the Fang family is too rare now, although they have massive resources and countless configurations. But with a sparse population, it is also crucial to expand the population. What? Can you join the Fang family now? Haha, I heard that the resources of the Fang family are very terrifying now. A dog can take a large amount of spirit stones and elixirs every day, and its cultivation is advancing rapidly, even stronger than many martial artists. I also heard that the Fang family has a trial training tower, which has a height of 33 floors and reaches the realm of martial saint or above. Practicing inside for a day is equivalent to practicing outside for several years. The Fang family members' strength has been greatly improved every day. The entire Great Qian Kingdom was instantly sensationalized, with countless heavenly pride flocking to it. I must enter the Fang family and defeat the despicable clan brother, Lin Tian. A few days later, a handsome and resolute young man carrying a big black sword walked to the entrance of the Fang family. At this moment, the Fang family is already a sea of people, gathering countless descendants of aristocratic families and sections. Who wouldn't want to marry the Fang family, obtain massive resources, and hone themselves in that magical trial tower? I heard that the Fang family, even a child, carries at least human king soldiers, which is too tempting. A miscellaneous worker receives a massive amount of spiritual stones every month. Compared to some major families, they are countless times more wealthy. The son of Qi luck. Fang Changsheng sat in the main seat and smiled faintly when he saw the young man. In his system space, there is a sign-in technique called Heavenly Hope Qi technique, which allows you to see people with good luck in the world. So soon, the son of Qian joined in. Miss Fang Nan, my love for you is like a flowing river, flowing endlessly. Please let me enter the Fang family. Pu, Qian Yun, as the first aristocratic family in Lunan County, don't you feel ashamed to say this? Miss Fang Nan, don't listen to him talk nonsense. The one you truly love is me, Sun Jingyao. He Tui. Sun Jingyao, your ancestors 3 generations were all the northern generals of our great Qian kingdom, and they have abandoned all your family members. Countless young heroes with extraordinary magnanimity, cursing the streets and revealing themselves. Fang Nan is just the most mediocre among some young women in the Fang family. Attracted them to make such a snatch. Don't argue recklessly. Fang Changsheng smiled slightly and said, since we are choosing a son.In.Law, we naturally need to compete in strength. You draw lots to fight, and whoever wins will succeed in joining our Fang family. The issue of character is not a concern for Fang Changsheng at all. Only with huge resources can fools betray the Fang family. He also has 10,000 ways to make those people die unsightly. A great war was held, without any dispute. The winner was a young man carrying a big sword, Lin Feng. After all, the son of Qi luck is unique, winning the first place in the martial arts competition is a routine operation. That person is Lin Feng. I heard that his family was destroyed by the Lin clan of the Great Red Country, but I didn't expect him to survive. Someone exclaimed in surprise. There are many countries in Xianzhou, but the Great Qian Kingdom is not very prominent. The Qi Kingdom is several times larger than the Qian Kingdom. The Lin clan is one of the hegemons among them. The Lin family in Beihua County, where Lin Feng is located, is one of its branches. A few years ago, he was destroyed by the martial arts genius Lin Tian of the Lin clan. Lin Feng, are you willing to marry Fang Nan? Fang Changsheng said lightly. Half a month ago, his mother Lu Ro passed on the position of head of the Fang family to him. He is now the true leader of the Fang family. Willing. Lin Feng glanced at Fang Nan and nodded slightly. He has been practicing for the past few years, licking blood from the blade. I also yearn for a home. Although Fang Nan looks ordinary, he feels very virtuous and satisfied. Since you are a family, the head of our family will not treat you unfairly, Fang Changsheng smiled faintly. You have extracted the origin of the Wanhua Dao body. You extracted the flame-burning sky ruler. Emperor rank. You extracted the 9 Xian spirit fire. Emperor's product. You have extracted the Emperor rank technique from the living Emperor Xianjing. Fang Changsheng threw a space ring to Lin Feng and said, these are some resources that my family leader has given you. Work hard for the Fang family and spread the branches and leaves. Yes, master. Lin Feng nodded, his expression excited. He had long heard of the master of the Fang family, who was generous in his actions. Sure enough. Just this space ring is worth a lot, and then he couldn't help but open it. Boom. The next moment, he was directly shocked and his face turned extremely red. Teacher, look at the homeowner. What did he give me? Just some spirit stones and elixirs, said a lazy voice from within the finger ring. This master of Lin Feng, the medicine elder, is a powerful sage at the level of a king. I am usually very proud and don't even take everything seriously. However, when he saw the items inside the space ring, he was instantly shocked and took a deep breath. Emperor-level weapons, Emperor-level spiritual fire, Emperor-level martial arts, combined with the origin of the 10,000 fire Dao body. Oh my God! He feels like he's dreaming. He dreams of such resources. The handwriting of the head of the Fang family is simply terrifying. Chapter 7. Buying the entire city, the money is so delicious. You are listening at novel full.audio. This senior, are you interested in joining our Fang family as an elder? The head of our family also offers generous gifts. At this moment, Fang Changsheng looked at Lin Feng's ring and smiled faintly. Using the technique of observing qi from the emperor, he can naturally see the existence of the old medicine. Lin Feng was once again shocked. Yao Lao was his biggest secret, and he didn't expect to be seen through at a glance by the family owner. I am willing to sacrifice my life for the Fang family, and I will die later. Yao Lao Xianhua knelt and bowed. Lin Feng was speechless. This was his incredibly proud master. He was too cowardly. My parents will give you a holy king's body, a hall of eternal elixirs, and a copy of the Medicine Emperor's Pill Classic. Fang Changsheng also threw a storage ring to Yao Yun. Yao Lao's scalp was numb with shock. A lifelong elixir for an entire temple. There is also a book of the Medicine Emperor's Pill Classic at his peak. It was not easy for him to find a timeless elixir. Master Fang, like still garbage, gave him a grand haul. There is also the Medicine Emperor Pill Classic. This is enough to stir up a bloody storm in the world of refining medicine. I don't know how many old guys can think of anything. This is like dreaming. In the future, refining elixirs will mainly focus on preventing miscarriage and shortening childbirth time, Fang Changsheng instructed. Yes, I dare not show any negligence, Yao Yun said with utmost respect. In the blink of an eye, 3 years have passed, and the number of newborns in the Fang family is increasing. The space needed by the family is getting bigger and bigger. Fang Changsheng is preparing to buy the entire Tianfeng city. He made an appointment with the lord of Tianfeng city to talk to the 5 major aristocratic families in the city. Are you going to buy Tianfeng city? Master Fang, where are we going? Are you trying to catch up with our top 5 aristocratic families? Several homeowners have had an unpleasant expression since the Fang family moved into Tianfeng city. Their 5 major families gradually weakened their influence. Make them very unhappy. It's not easy for the lord of this city to make decisions about this matter, said the lord of Tianfeng city with a bitter smile. There hasn't been a homeowner yet, so I want to buy a city. Master Fang is too arrogant. If you can't buy it with money, it's definitely not enough money. Just speak up, Fang Changsheng said calmly. His resources cannot be used up by a single person. Developing the family and becoming a true giant is also one of the goals. How about selling all the residences of my Zhou family to you as long as the head of the Fang family gives me 10 million inferior spiritual roots? The head of the Zhou family sneered. Normally, all the industries of his Zhou family are worth only 3 million lower-grade spirit stones. At this moment, Yao Yun stood up and the pressure of the Holy King realm swept away, causing the head of the Zhou family to immediately spit out a mouthful of blood and almost faint. My lord bought your industry, not being ripped off, said coldly. Although the head of the household is wealthy, he is not a fool and has been slaughtered. With the current strength of the Fang family, they can completely sweep across the 5 major aristocratic families. 5 million lower-grade spirit stones, no, 3 million lower-grade spirit stones. My Zhou family moved away. The head of the Zhou family was afraid. I originally intended to raise the price on the ground, but now it's undoubtedly a blow to my own feet. Take your Zhou family with you, go away. Fang Changsheng's expression was faint. With a big wave of your hand, throw the other person a space ring. A normal bid, he couldn't do it like this. The Zhou family leader harbored ill intentions and just begged for trouble. Several other homeowners were frightened and opened 3 million lower-grade spirit stones one after another. Fearing that the leader of the Fang family would be unhappy, let the terrifying old medicine be eradicated by the 4 major families. Purchase at normal price, that's all. We'll give each of you 6 million lower-grade spirit stones. Fang Changsheng threw out 4 space rings. Their industries are mostly worth 5 million yuan, and the extra 1 million yuan can be considered as moving expenses. Thank you very much, Master Fang. All the masters were overjoyed. Fang Changsheng was so generous, with a total of 1 million lower-grade spirit stones. Then, Fang Changsheng turned his gaze to the lord of Tianfeng city. The lord of the city is a man dressed in cloth, with a refined aura. He smiled bitterly and said, "If you really want to buy it, you can communicate with the old city lord, but..." The old city lord is the ruler of Tianfeng city, with strength reaching the realm of the heavenly king. But what? The old city lord has been honest throughout his life and doesn't care about any resources. It's probably difficult to buy them, said the Tianfeng city lord. Take me to take a look, Fang Changsheng said. The lord of Tianfeng city was just about to say that the old lord likes cleanliness and dislikes being disturbed. As a result, Fang Changsheng threw out a ring containing 500,000 inferior spirit stones. The lord of Tianfeng city immediately wore a smile on his face and said, "I'll take the Fang family leader to meet the old lord. This white-colored spirit stone, who sees it, who doesn't like it? Do you want to buy Tianfeng city? Who is so wealthy? Go on, don't bother me." On the back mountain of the lord's mansion, the lord of Tianfeng city had just gone to report when an elderly man began to grumble impatiently. Not long after, the city lord returned dejected. "You see, the old lord's temper is just like that. You tell the old city lord that our lord is willing to give away 100 Confucian holy books," said Fang Changsheng. "He has already inquired, and the old city lord is a Confucian scholar who is very interested in Confucian books. There is no inheritance of Confucianism and Taoism in the great Qian kingdom, so these 100 books of Confucian sages should be useful. 100 Confucian holy books." Sure enough, there was a voice of shock from the old city lord inside. Then a terrible old man walked over, only 5 feet tall, like a dwarf, wearing a Confucian crown, very comical. He looked curiously at Fang Changsheng and said, "Can you really take out 100 books on Confucian sages? In the kingdom of Qian, even a book at the level of a Confucian king is a stunning treasure. Moreover, the books of Confucian sages. This is a legendary item. He has studied Confucianism and Taoism for most of his life and has never seen them before. Old lord, you can test it." Fang Changsheng smiled faintly and took out a thick stack of books. As soon as it was taken out, the sound of a saint reciting scriptures rang out, very solemn. The entire courtyard became sacred, as if arriving at a place where Confucian sages spread their teachings. The old city lord flipped through it and looked shocked. The aura on it was indeed a book of Confucian sages. Every word seems to have the profound meaning of Confucianism, condensed within it. "You kid, won't you receive some kind of inheritance from the Confucian emperor?" The old city lord exclaimed with regret. He couldn't understand how a homeowner could have so many amazing treasures. "Bold, dare to disrespect my master!" Yao Laochen shouted. Belonging to the holy king, the aura erupted, making the old city lord tremble. He was also surprised that he could not provoke the leader of the Fang family, who had the holy king serve as an old servant. "Okay, from now on, Tianfeng city will be yours. The little old man has one more request." The old city lord looked hopeful. "But it doesn't matter," said Lu Changsheng. "I want to be a deacon in the Fang family, even outside," said the old city lord respectfully. The Fang family leader is really too generous in his means. By his side, he may even be able to bestow astonishing treasures on Confucianism and Taoism. This is very important to him. Fang Changsheng nodded. The Fang family is currently in need of some capable people during the recruitment period. The lord of this city is also willing to work hard for the Fang family. The lord immediately knelt down. This is a rare opportunity, and if you miss it, you don't know when it will happen. Chapter 8. Land Tian in sorrow, the Fang family is too terrifying. You are listening at novel.Audio. Time flies, in the blink of an eye, 10 years have passed. There are more and more new generations in the Fang family. The total population has exceeded 500 from 100. Due to the strong abilities of the talented individuals who have joined or married into the Fang family, the new generation of the Fang family has excellent qualifications. During this period, Fang Changsheng also heard the news of the opening of the Holy King's tomb, but he completely ignored it. It's just the tomb of a holy king, and Fang Changsheng has no interest in it. Wow! A cry of a baby landing on the ground sounded. On top of a room in the Fang family, a sudden glow surged into the sky, shrouded in auspicious colors. A huge unicorn vision emerged, covering the sky for thousands of miles. Qian anomaly, is it Qian bloodline? The elder Fang Tsang was shocked and said. 10 years have passed, and his strength has become too strong. Now, he has also become a powerhouse in the heavenly kingdom. The strength of the Fang family's heavenly king realm has already exceeded the tens, all due to the massive resources brought out by Fang Changsheng. Fang Changsheng smiled faintly. The newly born offspring of the Fang family have increasingly strong bloodlines, which is a good thing. At present, he transformed into a stream of light and flew to the house. Fang Changsheng's current strength has reached the level of a holy king. With the addition of the Hongmeng immortal body and the Zhu immortal four swords, he has achieved millions of years of formation proficiency and unparalleled combat power. See the master. A man walked out of the room and respectfully said. It's Lin Feng. In 10 years, he and Fang Nan gave birth to a total of 5 sons and 3 daughters. Their qualifications are all excellent, and coupled with this child from the Qian bloodline, they are unparalleled in the development of the Fang family. You have made a contribution in giving birth, and I will give you 1 million heavenly king pills. Fang Changsheng threw 1 million small mountain-like pills to Lin Feng. Now Lin Feng's strength has also reached the heavenly king realm. 1 million heavenly king pills are enough for him to break through to the level of the Qian king. Thank you, master. Lin Feng was pleasantly surprised. With so many resources, it's not easy for him to claim them in the family. Fang Changsheng looked at the baby. It was a female baby, with pink carved jade and bright big eyes, very beautiful. The Qian bloodline is truly extraordinary. Fang Changsheng nodded, and the baby girl's body was still shrouded in auspicious light, constructing the Qian phantom. When you grow up, you will inevitably have a sharp head. Ding! You have extracted the Qian divine skill. Emperor rank. Ding, you have extracted the Qian treasure technique. Emperor rank. Ding, you have extracted the Qian holy bell. Emperor rank. Ding, you have extracted Qian quenching body liquid. Fang Changsheng handed these resources to Lin Feng and said, take good care of this daughter. Yes. Lin Feng looked excited. With these treasures, his daughter's future would be unimaginable. He, I heard that Lin Feng joined the Qian kingdom, a small family called the Fang family, and finally found you. In Dachi kingdom, among the Lin clan, there is a man dressed in white with a cold expression. He is exactly Lin Tian. The Lin clan, the most dazzling genius. But at the age of 20.7 or 8, he reached the realm of the Qian king. In the kingdom of Dachi, reputation is spread far and wide. Young master, what should we do now? Said an old slave in black, horse. On Lin Feng's body, there is a secret key to an ancient relic. For their Lin family, it is very important. Back then, Master Lin Tian slaughtered that branch of the bloodline just to find this thing. Gather people and horses, slaughter Lin Feng, and at the same time, flatten the so-called Fang family. Lin Tian's expression was indifferent. In their eyes, the great Qian kingdom is just a small family, and they want to eradicate it. Yes. The old man went. Not long after, outside the Lin clan, large battleships were gathered for grand hunting, fluttering in the wind, and killing intent surged into the sky. Lin Tian stood in front of an ancient chariot, with a tall figure and a contemptuous gaze, leading everyone towards the Fang family. The warship was extremely fast and arrived at the Fang family in less than a month. Lin Tian looked at the small family guarding a county with a contemptuous smile on his lips and said, "Lin Feng, get out of here." The entire Fang family was instantly alarmed. Countless people were shocked and killed at the door of the house. "Young master, the Fang family didn't have any fear in their eyes when they looked at us, but were actually very excited." The black-clothed old slave asked in confusion. 7 or 8-year-old children, all holding weapons in their hands, are somewhat eager to try. The Lin clan, wherever they go, everyone is trembling with fear and boundless fear. "Humph, a group of barbarian families, they just don't know the superiority and inferiority of heaven and earth." Lin Tian sneered at the corner of his mouth. "This kind of family, any branch of the Lin family can be destroyed. Tianfeng County is far away from their Dachi kingdom, and this Fang family is not aware of their Lin clan, which is normal." "Lin Tian, you actually came." At this moment, Lin Feng walked out with a cold expression in his eyes. He has been silently practicing for 10 years, and he also wants to seek revenge against Lin Tian. Unexpectedly, before he could move, Lin Tian took the initiative to come to his door. "Lin Feng, I thought you would practice hard and wander around, but to my surprise, you hid in such a small family and became a tool for childbirth." "It really disappointed me," Lin Tianxi said cruelly. "The scale of the Fang family seems to be inferior to that of the Lin family's branch." Lin Feng, however, seemed to view idiots without much explanation. "Since you're here, don't think about leaving today. Leap forward and punch Lin Tian fiercely." Lin Tianchang smiled and felt that Lin Feng had lost his heart and gone crazy. He was not as good as himself and had fallen here for 10 years. How could he possibly be his opponent? He can crush the other person like a bug with just one finger. Click. However, the fist light went out to sea like a fierce dragon. Lin Tian was immediately thrown upside down by a terrifying punch, smashing dozens of Lin family warships. Coughing up blood in a big mouth, my whole body's bones almost shattered. What? All the members of the Lin family were shocked. This is really the bug that the Lin family escaped from back then. How has it become so terrifying now? How could you have such a big change? Lin Tian was also in a dream, incredulous. "It's been 10 years now, do you know how I've been living these 10 years? Lin Feng looked cruel and strode away. Lin Tian was confused and couldn't understand how terrifying his resources were. Even the environment of the Lin clan is far from comparable. Boom! Lin Feng punched out with a heavy punch, like a real dragon pressing down. Lin Tian immediately turned pale and smelled a threat of death. At this moment, he is no match at all. "Ah, Mr. Lin, help me!" Lin Tian roared angrily. "Bold thief, dare to plot against the young master of our tribe." The old man in grey clothes angrily said. "He is the pinnacle of the Qian king, much older than Lin Tianxiang." Puff. Unfortunately, he didn't stop Lin Feng's punch and was directly hit, coughing up blood and flying out. He was also dumbfounded. He is so strong that he cannot compete with Lin Feng. Damn it! Kill Lin Feng and this family for me, Lin Tian roared, realizing that something was wrong with this family. Lin Feng is here, giving birth to a child for 10 years, so amazing. There must be a huge secret in the family. Okay, let me see. Who has the courage to cause trouble in our Fang family? The eldest and second elders rushed up with a large number of clan members, covering the sky and earth. Everyone held a weapon in their hand, stained with divine light, with a murderous aura rolling in like a tsunami. "Oh my goodness, King Wu, there are so many powerful warriors in this family. The many strong warriors of the Lin family were all shattered. At first glance, it was discovered that the middle-aged generation of the Lin family had almost reached the realm of King Wu, with blood like a dragon. Not an ordinary king of Wu can handle 10 or even block 100. Is this really a small county family? Even if they belong to the Lin clan and are strong in the martial arts, there may not be so many. Run away quickly. Lin Tian shouted with a pale expression. This Fang family is too terrifying. Could it be that a certain hidden family has failed, with the lowest level of weapons being King Wu, and even having weapons from the Wuzong sect? It's too scary. The fluctuation of the weapons overflowing from those elders is even more terrifying. It has made him unimaginable. At present, the entire Lin family, with its vast army and horses, began to turn around, like a lost dog, leaving this place. Humph, it's not so easy for my Lin family to leave. Kill them all, the elder exclaimed fiercely. Under the guidance of the Lin family, a group of tigers and wolves, finally, in no time, this group of people was completely slaughtered. Although the enhancement of the clan's strength is terrifying and lacks refinement, this group of members of the Lin clan undoubtedly hit the gun. Chapter 9. Young Dragon Riders, Under the City of Kings. You are listening at novel.Full.audio. Fang Changsheng watched this scene with a faint smile. Just a Lin clan, it's not worth his presence. Ding, trigger the mission. The host's fiancée Gu Linglong, will get married soon. Please ask the host to go to the Imperial Palace of the Great Qian Kingdom to destroy it. And take the Great Qian Kingdom as a subordinate force. At this point, the system sounds. Gu Linglong, is she getting married? Fang Changsheng was taken aback. Over the past decade, he had almost forgotten about his fiancée. In his current perspective, Gu Linglong is also an ant in his eyes. What kind of reward would I receive if I succeed? Fang Changsheng asked. It's about the family, the system replied. Fang Changsheng smiled faintly. Over the past decade, he has indeed noticed a trend towards upgrading to his family. It is more advantageous for him to strengthen his family. At present, he notified the medicine elder and went to the Imperial Palace of the Great Qian Kingdom. The current strength of Yao Lao has surpassed the realm of Wuzong. Although it is the lowest level martial arts sect, its combat power is also extremely terrifying. Boom! Fang Changsheng extracted the Xiang Dragon Chariot from the system space and flew towards the distance. There are tens of millions of similar vehicles in Fang Changsheng. In front of the dragon carriage, there is a purple dragon with a powerful aura, covering the mountains. This is a dragon with a powerful bloodline, with the peak strength of a holy king. In addition, with the special physique of the monster, Ao Yun may not necessarily be its opponent. Yao Yun exclaimed, the head of the household is too terrifying. Over the past decade, I have seen its incredible aspects. The more you understand, the more unfathomable it feels. If it were not for the head of the family, he could not have made such progress and showed great respect to the head of the family. Fang Changsheng sat cross-legged on it, and Yao Yun drove at the speed of the Xiang Dragon Chariot. In less than a month, he arrived at the imperial capital of the Great Qian Kingdom. Is this the imperial capital? Fang Changsheng chuckled lightly as he had been active in Tianfeng County for the first time outside. From a distance, the imperial capital covers an area of hundreds of miles, with a huge city outline that resembles a steel Great Wall, grand and imposing. Oh my goodness, who is this person? Sitting on a terrifying dragon chariot. Countless people were shocked. The purple dragon had a strong aura that made them want to kneel and submit. And in the Great Qian Kingdom, dragon is a symbol of the royal family. Ordinary warriors, who dares to use a dragon as a mount? Isn't this a blatant provocation against the royal family? Bold, dare to ride a dragon to the imperial capital and seek death. Sure enough, a man in black armor shouted in front of the city gate tower. He is the commander of the imperial capital city and a powerful figure in the heavenly kingdom of Yuqi Mountain. A demonic aura flowed throughout the body, wielding a battle spear that could not be countered by a mountain. Weiqi Mountain, my master remembers you. Fang Changsheng glanced at him and a faint smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. When Gu Linglong came to withdraw from the marriage, the other party was also on the side, towering. He also injured his middle-aged uncle from the Fang family. It's you. The little waist of the Fang family. Wei Qishan hesitated slightly. He didn't expect that the small waist of the Fang family would appear here, far within Tianfeng County. Sitting on the majestic purple dragon chariot at one end. Fang's son, riding a dragon to the imperial capital is a taboo for the royal family. Today, I will take you down and hold you accountable in the prison. Wei Qishan laughed angrily, and Fang Changsheng made the princess extremely unhappy. He punished this kid well, which is a credit for bringing him to his doorstep. Boom! He moved and charged towards Fang Changsheng with great force. The battle spear in hand, with one thrust, carries extremely powerful power. The light of ants. Fang Changsheng's expression was indifferent. With a wave of his palm, Yuqi Mountain immediately spat out blood in his mouth, and the battle spear in his hand was broken. The bones inside the body instantly broke a lot. Yuqi Mountain was shocked and felt unbelievable. The little trash back then has become so abnormal. Sitting there like a divine disc. He also has tight pores all over his body. Xiao Zi, eat him and give you dim sum. Fang Changsheng smiled at the purple dragon. There was a hint of disgust in purple dragon's eyes, and it had to comply with its master's orders. At present, he opened his big mouth and swallowed Yuqi Mountain in one gulp. With a clicking sound, blood flowed and it was extremely bloody. Countless people in the city were frightened and paralyzed. Yuqi Mountain is a renowned general in the army. In front of everyone's eyes, he was eaten by someone's mount, which was too powerful to strike his soul. The great Qian kingdom has never seen such a terrifying scene before. Who is causing trouble in our country of the Qian? Next, several generals and soldiers rushed out from the city gate tower, each holding war weapons, bows and arrows, ready to fight. Fang Chang was too angry and descended to earth with the heavenly gods. The light emitted makes people dare not look directly. They were also shocked. Who is this? Is there really such a person in the great Qian kingdom? Xiao Zi, eat them all, Fang Changsheng said calmly. He didn't have a good impression of the imperial family of the great Qian kingdom, and even ordered the prince of Jingnan to destroy his Fang family. Roar! The purple dragon roared and immediately spewed out a large mouthful of purple flames, like a waterfall falling down. Those soldiers were all in a state of collapse, the city walls were burned down, and the purple dragon's aura was too frightening. Like a divine beast in the heavenly realm, it cannot be countered. Then, the purple dragon opened its mouth and rolled its tongue, devouring a whopping 30,000 soldiers and horses and sending them into its mouth. The blood flowing out is like a river, constantly dripping from the air. The people of the imperial capital were all shocked to the bone, and I dare not write like this in the storybook. Fang Changsheng rode the Xiang dragon chariot, with the chariot flying towards the imperial palace. At this moment, a wedding is being held in the palace, with a festive atmosphere. There are many guests, all of whom are influential forces near the great Qian kingdom. Gu Linglong was dressed in red, with a phoenix crown and a rosy robe, very beautiful. The groom has a tall figure, a warm jade face, and a decent temperament. It's a perfect match between heaven and earth. Yes, Shen Gongzi is a disciple of the Taishan Dan sect. He is skilled in alchemy and has reached the 5th level. The Taishan Dan sect is the most powerful sect among neighboring countries, and any disciple can surpass the great Qian kingdom. Many powerful leaders envy it. Speaking of which, it was Gu Linglong who climbed high. There is still a huge gap between a princess from a small country and a disciple of the Tai Xian Dan sect. He, Ling Long, you finally married me. I heard you have a fiancé in a small town, Shen Xianyang smiled. He has inquired about Gu Linglong's matter. Just a vulgar commoner, Gu Linglong smiled. She withdrew from Fang Changsheng because she met Shen Xianyang. Only people like Shen Xianyang are worthy of her in terms of their strengths and weaknesses. Even if Fang Changsheng, who killed the king of Jingnan 10 years ago, did not appear in her sight these years, she did not take it seriously. When she gets married to Shen Xianyang, she will definitely free up her hands and eliminate the entire Fang family from heaven and earth. At that time, she no longer had any blemishes. Shen Xianyang chuckled lightly, just casually mentioning that the useless young master had threatened to go to the palace and defeat Gu Linglong. 10 years have passed now, and there is no news at all, which is indeed funny. Some ants finally feel arrogant, but reality is very discouraging. No problem, Lord. There is a young man riding a dragon chariot in the imperial capital, swallowing 30,000 soldiers and horses guarding the city, and killing several generals. He is coming. At this moment, the guards reported in panic. What? Many forces were shocked. 30,000 soldiers and horses, plus several generals. Whose mount can swallow and kill so many people? Still in the imperial capital, riding a dragon. This is too shocking to one's values. Chapter 10. Conquering the Great Qian Kingdom, Unstoppable. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Who ate the bear's heart and leopard's gallbladder? The lord of the Qian also shouted angrily. He was covered in purple light, like a purple sun. In front of numerous guests, it is very embarrassing for the Qian country. Marquis Wuan, said the lord of Daqian in a deep voice. I'm here. A very powerful middle-aged man walked out. He was dressed in a busy python robe, with a calm demeanor and the aura of commanding the country. He is a legendary powerhouse in the Great Qian Kingdom. After practicing martial arts for about 50 years, he has reached the level of King Qian and is skilled in the 8 Wilderness Dragon Fist, which is famous throughout the country. Looking at the Qian, there are very few who can defeat him. Hold my heavenly sword, cut off the head of that troublemaker, and come back to see me. The main voice of the Qian Guo was majestic. A golden sword flew over, and the dragon chanted in waves. This is a Xianwang soldier. Yes. Marquis Wuan nodded. No need, my master has already arrived. At this moment, Fang Changsheng smiled faintly. The Xiang dragon chariot, measuring 100 zhang in size, hangs in the sky and is even more brilliant than the purple sun. The dazzling radiance illuminates all directions. All the guests at the banquet were shocked, how imposing it was, like a deity descending to the mortal world. Marquis Wuan also trembled, feeling insignificant under the purple dragon. This person is much stronger than everyone imagines. I have offended my predecessors in the Great Qian Kingdom, I don't know where. The Great Qian Kingdom leader was also surprised and couldn't guess the aura of this person. This must be an expert that someone is unaware of. Stand up now and respectfully say. I'm afraid of provoking him and putting the Qian at risk of annihilating the country. Other guests also salute, they are just like ordinary people. He, Lord of the Great Qian Kingdom, that's all. Fang Changsheng remained calm. The radiance converged, and the handsome face appeared in everyone's eyes. Everyone was amazed that this so-called expert was so young. Fang Changsheng, it's you. Gu Linglong's beautiful eyes widened and she said in a sharp voice. Although his eyebrows look more mature than before. It is undoubtedly Fang Changsheng. She was extremely shocked. She almost died from being slapped casually and lying there for half a year. Now the momentum is so domineering, like a deity visiting the palace, as if in a dream. What, he's Fang Changsheng. Countless people were also shocked. Isn't it Gu Linglong's useless fiancé in the small town? How could he be so strong? Gu Linglong, long time no see. Fang Changsheng smiled lightly and glanced at her. Boom. Like the pressure of ancient mountains. Gu Linglong immediately knelt down, spat out blood in her mouth, and her face turned pale. Linglong. Shen Xianyang changed his color and looked angry. This was his wife, who was forced to kneel in front of everyone's eyes by a glance. Fang Changsheng, you ants are never my match, Gu Linglong roared and tried to stand up. With a trace of memories from Wuzong, she has a decent playing card. A tremendous force erupted. She emitted a brilliant light and fiercely padded towards Fang Changsheng. To make Fang Changsheng feel like death and repay her humiliation. Ants are ants, just like me back then. Fang Changsheng's mouth curved slightly and his 5 fingers extended out, gripping Gu Linglong in his palm like a worm. Surrender, be a slave beside me. No way, Gu Linglong shouted angrily, asking the arrogant woman to become a slave. How could it be? You can't resist. Fang Changsheng has been learning many immortal level techniques for the past 10 years. Some of them were enslaved. At present, a large area of martial arts soul erupts, and Gu Linglong is directly planted with a slave seal. Linglong pays respects to the master, Gu Linglong said respectfully. I feel that Fang Changsheng is her god and dare not resist at all. Take the reins and act as a mount. Fang Changsheng casually threw a rope to Gu Linglong. Yes. Gu Linglong did not refute and directly followed suit. Countless people were horrified to the point that this was a princess of a country. On the day of her wedding, she was taken in as a female slave by Fang Changsheng. Being a mount, it's really eye-catching. Puff. However, Fang Changsheng pointed and directly killed Gu Linglong. He just deliberately humiliated this woman and killed her completely. Shen Xuanyang's eyes turned red. Is there anything more humiliating for him? No matter who you are, I, Shen Xianyang, will break you into pieces. Shen Xianyang roared fiercely, Feng Lao, Mu Lao, kill him for me. Yes, young master. The 2 elderly people came with a strong momentum and came knocking down. Their strength has reached the peak of the Holy King. Gu Linglong's master also took action, and the 3 of them were extremely intimidating. Puff however, with a flick of Fang Changsheng's finger, the immortal sword flew out and shone brilliantly. The 3 of them were like grilled skewers, all killed in a hole and died tragically on the spot. What sword is this? The countless lords of power were horrified. This sword seems to be able to cut through time and space, and all living beings are ants. Do you really think that there is no one left for me in the imperial capital after the massacre? At this moment, a coffin exploded in the ancestral tomb of the great Qian kingdom, and a decaying old man flew out. His eyes were as black as ink, and his whole body emitted an extremely terrifying aura. Space is like a scroll, trembling wildly. This is the old emperor of the great Qian kingdom, who is said to have died for over 100 years. Countless people were shocked. He was the pinnacle of the Holy King back then. I'm afraid we have reached Wuzong now. Martial Master. This is another world. Far from being comparable to King Wu. Gu Qianling, I advise you not to disrespect my lord. At this moment, Yao Yun stood up and said coldly. He knows Gu Qianling. Gu Qianling was taken aback, and Yao Yun's arrogance was astonishing. He was skilled in alchemy, and no one was seen by him. I haven't seen you for 100 years, yet I have become someone else's old servant. How could people from my royal family be killed so casually? Then, Gu Qianling sneered. After 100 years of seclusion, he finally reached the level of Wuzong. He didn't think that this young man could really dominate the great Qian. At that moment, he clapped his hand and his energy surged like a rushing river. Entering Wuzong, one can already control the overall situation of heaven and earth. Every word and action carries great power. Puff. Fang Changsheng flicked his finger, and the sinking immortal sword flew out, with the sword light flashing past. Gu Qianling was instantly beheaded. Even as powerful as Wuzong, in the eyes of Fang Changsheng, it is like an ant. Everyone was stunned and speechless. This young man is too terrifying to be ordinary. There is one more thing for the head of our family to attend to this time, Fang Changsheng said with a faint expression. The Qian kingdom has become a vassal state of our Fang family. The lord of the great Qian kingdom dare not say one more word. Fang Changsheng's strength is too strong, even if all the masters of the royal family come out together, they are still moths to the flame. Take your royal family members and leave the great Qian kingdom. Otherwise, don't blame our Fang family and wash the palace with blood. Fang Changsheng ordered. The lord of the Qian smiled bitterly and nodded, looking much older. Just because of Gu Linglong's capricious behavior at that time, all the national fortunes of the great Qian kingdom were buried. The cost is really too high. Ding, congratulations to the host for completing the task. Rewards. 1 Fangjia Mountain Gate, 3 intermediate spiritual veins. The sound of the system sounded, and Fang Changsheng smiled faintly. As expected, the reward was beneficial to the family. Afterwards, he spent 100 million lower-grade spirit stones to purchase a large amount of homesteads in the imperial capital of the great Qian kingdom, allowing the Fang family to relocate. Although Fang Changsheng's strength allows him to directly occupy, the present-day Qian kingdom has become the territory of his Fang family. He is unwilling to exploit others. Moreover, he has endless resources, he can hardly spend them all. Why use force when money can solve it? The Fangjia Mountain Gate, concretize. Fang Changsheng said in a deep voice after the Fangjia settled down.